In 1924, a young J. Robert Oppenheimer arrived at the University of Cambridge, eager to delve into the world of experimental physics. He'd excelled in his studies at Harvard, graduating summa cum laude in just 3 years. Cambridge, with its rich scientific history, seemed like the perfect place to make his mark. However, Oppenheimer's time at Cambridge proved to be a challenging period. He struggled to adapt to the rigid laboratory work and the competitive atmosphere. The intricacies of experimental techniques eluded him, leaving him feeling frustrated and inadequate. Oppenheimer's struggles in the laboratory were compounded by his growing interest in theoretical physics. He found himself drawn to the abstract and elegant world of quantum mechanics, a field still in its infancy. The more he read about the strange and counterintuitive behavior of subatomic particles, the more he yearned to explore this new frontier of science, yet he felt constrained by the demands of his experimental work. He couldn't shake the feeling that his true calling lay elsewhere. Adding to his difficulties, Oppenheimer was also grappling with personal issues. He was a sensitive and introspective young man, prone to bouts of melancholy and self-doubt. The pressure of proving himself in a prestigious institution like Cambridge weighed heavily on him. He felt isolated and alone, struggling to connect with his peers and mentors. The bustling city of Cambridge, with its ancient traditions and social hierarchies, felt stifling to him. He longed for a more intellectually stimulating and emotionally supportive environment. Oppenheimer's time at Cambridge was a period of both academic and personal turmoil. He realized that his true passion lay not in the meticulous world of experimental physics, but in the realm of theoretical exploration. He also became acutely aware of his own emotional vulnerability and the importance of finding a supportive community. These early experiences would shape his trajectory as a scientist and as a man, setting the stage for his groundbreaking work in the years to come. In 1925, seeking a change of scenery and a more nurturing academic environment, Oppenheimer left Cambridge and traveled to the University of Göttingen in Germany. Göttingen at the time was a hub of intellectual ferment, a place where the brightest minds in physics gathered to debate and collaborate. It was here that Oppenheimer truly blossomed, finding his voice as a theoretical physicist and forging lifelong connections with some of the most influential scientists of his generation. At Göttingen, Oppenheimer came under the tutelage of Max Born, a renowned physicist and one of the pioneers of quantum mechanics. Born recognized Oppenheimer's brilliance and provided him with the guidance and encouragement he desperately needed. Under Born's mentorship, Oppenheimer thrived. He immersed himself in the world of theoretical physics, devouring every book and paper he could find on quantum mechanics. He attended lectures and seminars, engaging in lively discussions with his professors and fellow students. One of the most significant encounters of Oppenheimer's time at Göttingen was with Niels Bohr, a Danish physicist who had made groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of atomic structure and quantum theory. Bohr was a frequent visitor to Göttingen, and his lectures and discussions had a profound impact on Oppenheimer. Bohr's emphasis on the philosophical implications of quantum mechanics resonated deeply with Oppenheimer's own intellectual curiosity and his penchant for grappling with complex questions about the nature of reality. It was at Göttingen that Oppenheimer published his first significant scientific paper, a groundbreaking work on the quantum theory of molecules. This publication, completed under Born's supervision, established Oppenheimer's reputation as a rising star in the field of theoretical physics. His work garnered attention from leading physicists across Europe and America, marking the beginning of his ascent into the upper echelons of the scientific community. The success he found at Göttingen gave him a renewed sense of confidence and purpose, solidifying his decision to dedicate his life to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Oppenheimer's time at Göttingen marked the beginning of a period of intense intellectual exploration and groundbreaking discoveries. He immersed himself in the world of quantum physics, collaborating with some of the most brilliant minds of his generation and making significant contributions to our understanding of the universe at its most fundamental level. His work during this period laid the foundation for his later achievements and cemented his legacy as one of the most influential physicists of the 20th century. After completing his doctorate at Göttingen, Oppenheimer received a fellowship to continue his research at the Institute for Theoretical Physics in Copenhagen, Denmark. This institute, under the leadership of Niels Bohr, had become a global center for the study of quantum mechanics. Here, Oppenheimer had the opportunity to work closely with Bohr and other leading physicists, engaging in intense discussions and debates that pushed the boundaries of scientific knowledge. During his time in Copenhagen, Oppenheimer made significant contributions to the development of quantum field theory, a framework for understanding the behavior of subatomic particles and the fundamental forces of nature. He published several important papers on this topic, exploring the nature of antimatter, the existence of black holes, and the quantum properties of light. His work during this period helped to shape our understanding of the universe at its most fundamental level, influencing generations of physicists to come. Beyond his individual contributions, Oppenheimer's time in Copenhagen was also significant for the collaborations he forged with other scientists. He developed close working relationships with physicists like Wolfgang Pauli, Paul Dirac, and Werner Heisenberg, all of whom would go on to make groundbreaking discoveries in their own right. These collaborations fostered a spirit of intellectual exchange and cross-fertilization of ideas, accelerating the pace of discovery in quantum physics. Oppenheimer thrived in this intellectually charged environment, drawing inspiration from his colleagues and pushing the boundaries of his own understanding. Section 4, Establishing a Legacy: Oppenheimer's American Journey. In 1929, after several productive years in Europe, Oppenheimer returned to the United States to take up a joint appointment at the University of California, Berkeley, and the California Institute of Technology, or Caltech. He was eager to share the knowledge he had gained abroad and to help establish America as a leading center for the study of theoretical physics. His arrival marked a turning point for American science, as he brought with him the latest developments in quantum mechanics and a passion for fostering a vibrant intellectual community. At Berkeley, Oppenheimer quickly established himself as a charismatic and inspiring teacher. He had a unique ability to make complex scientific concepts accessible to his students, igniting their imaginations and encouraging them to think deeply about the nature of the universe. His lectures were legendary, often stretching for hours as he delved into the intricacies of quantum mechanics, relativity, and cosmology. Students flocked to his classes, drawn by his brilliance, his passion, and his infectious enthusiasm for physics. Oppenheimer's influence extended far beyond the classroom. He was instrumental in building a strong theoretical physics group at Berkeley, recruiting talented young physicists from across the country and fostering a collaborative and intellectually stimulating research environment. Under his leadership, Berkeley became a hub of innovation in theoretical physics, attracting some of the brightest minds of the era and producing groundbreaking research that pushed the boundaries of scientific knowledge. At Caltech, Oppenheimer's focus shifted slightly towards astrophysics. He became interested in the physics of neutron stars, which had recently been theorized. His work in this area, along with his ongoing contributions to quantum mechanics, solidified his reputation as one of the leading theoretical physicists in the world. He was a sought-after speaker at conferences and seminars, and his publications were widely read and respected within the scientific community. Oppenheimer had achieved the pinnacle of success in his field, but his life was about to take a dramatic turn with the outbreak of World War II. Section 5. Love and Loss: The Complexities of Oppenheimer's Personal Life. While Oppenheimer's professional life flourished, his personal life was marked by complexity and turmoil. He was a man of intense emotions, deeply passionate yet often prone to introspection and self-doubt. His relationships were often tumultuous, reflecting his inner conflicts and his struggles to reconcile his intellectual brilliance with his emotional vulnerabilities. In 1940, Oppenheimer married Catherine Kitty Poening Harrison, a radical and intelligent woman with a complex past of her own. Their relationship was passionate and often stormy, marked by both deep love and periods of intense conflict. Kitty was a strong and independent woman, and she challenged Oppenheimer intellectually and emotionally. Their marriage was a whirlwind of intellectual discussions, political debates, and emotional highs and lows, Before his marriage to Kitty, Oppenheimer had a long-term, passionate yet tumultuous relationship with Jean Tatlock, a brilliant and troubled young woman studying psychiatry. Their relationship was marked by intellectual compatibility and shared political ideals. However, it was also plagued by Jean's struggles with mental health and their differing views on commitment. The relationship ultimately ended in heartbreak, leaving a lasting impact on Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's relationships with both Kitty and Jean reflected the complexities of his personality. He was drawn to strong, intelligent women who challenged him intellectually and emotionally. However, his own emotional intensity and his tendency towards self-doubt often created friction in his relationships. He struggled to find a balance between his passionate nature and his need for stability and security. His personal life, much like his work in physics, was a constant exploration of the unknown, a journey fraught with both joy and sorrow. Section 6, A Call to Duty, The Manhattan Project and the Weight of the World. The outbreak of World War II in 1939 cast a long shadow over the world, plunging nations into conflict and forever altering the course of history. For J. Robert Oppenheimer, the war represented a profound turning point, forcing him to confront the real-world implications of his scientific work and thrusting him into a role that would test his intellect, his ethics, and his very soul. In 1942, Oppenheimer was recruited to lead the theoretical division of the Manhattan Project, a top-secret American effort to develop the atomic bomb. The project, spearheaded by the United States government with support from the United Kingdom and Canada, aimed to harness the power of nuclear fission to create a weapon of unprecedented destructive force. The urgency of the war, coupled with the fear that Nazi Germany might develop the bomb first, fueled the project's rapid progress. Oppenheimer, despite his initial reservations, felt a sense of duty to contribute his scientific expertise to the war effort. He believed that the development of the atomic bomb, however morally fraught, was necessary to defeat the Axis powers and prevent a world dominated by fascism. He threw himself into the project with characteristic intensity, assembling a team of brilliant physicists at the newly established Los Alamos laboratory in New Mexico. The task before Oppenheimer and his team was daunting. They had to overcome immense scientific and engineering challenges to design and build a weapon based on a phenomenon, nuclear fission, that was still not fully understood. Oppenheimer, with his deep understanding of theoretical physics and his remarkable ability to inspire and motivate others, proved to be an exceptional leader. He fostered a collaborative and intellectually stimulating environment at Los Alamos, encouraging his team to think creatively and to push the boundaries of what was considered possible. The weight of the world rested on their shoulders, and they worked tirelessly, driven by a sense of patriotism and the belief that their work could help to bring an end to the deadliest conflict in human history.